So this is the ayah that I mentioned last time. قالت ربي. So Maryam, the Islamic Mary, she said to the angel. Remember the angel, look, if we scroll back to 2 ayahs before, and remember when the angels, you see it, said to Maryam, so the angels are talking to Maryam, Allah gives you glad tidings of a word from him, whose name is the Messiah, right? The Messiah, Isa, the son of Maryam. So they are saying to her, Isa is your son, Maryam. Okay. So you see the angels are the ones talking, right? The angels are the ones talking. Then she, and here comes the disaster, she is addressing them and she's saying, my Lord. Uh-oh. So I asked the Muslims, hey, how is this not shirk? How is this not blasphemy when she's saying in Arabic, قالت ربي, she said, Maryam said, Rabbi, my Lord. But wait a second. I said in my last live show, clearly, I said, can you name me any other individual, any other person in the Quran who is called Rabbi? That was my challenge. Muslims, can you show me any person, Jibreel or anyone, Muhammad or anyone who is addressed as Rabbi? And I said, my claim was, here Maryam is committing shirk in the Quran. That's a disaster right there. Maryam, when she said to the angels, remember she's talking to the angels. They are having a conversation with her, right? She's addressing one of the angels as my Lord, Ya Rabbi. She's saying Rabbi, Ya Rabbi. She's invoking. So the Islamic Maryam, right? The Islamic Maryam is invoking her Lord, and she's addressing the angel as my Lord. Did you catch it, guys? That's blasphemy. That is shirk. So here the Islamic Maryam is committing shirk. Why is Allah not punishing her? Why is he not destroying her? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Jason Borno, talk with me, you coward. Call me. Jason Borno, call me. I know you have more than 99 accounts. You are even more powerful than your Allah. Allah is only limited to 99 names, but you have more accounts than Allah. Address my question, Jason Borno. How is this not blasphemy? Address this disaster. Yes, that's true too, Habibi. What do Muslims know? You know, but I don't want to go there. I have a topic to deal with, because Muslims, they said we refuted your question. Again, to the Muslims, Jason Bourne or any Muslim, we have at least 4 dislikes. And we have almost 300 people watching. How is this not blasphemy? How is Maryam, the Islamic Maryam, not committing shirk, which is blasphemy, which is the unforgivable sin? She is calling one of the angels Rabbi, my Lord. Ya Rabbi, my Lord. Rabbi, my Lord. Refute me, man. End my career, man. That's the topic of today, right? Finally, I'm exposed. Yeah, right. In your dreams, Muslims. In your dreams. So how is this not shirk? And remember, when you Muslims are going to tap dance, look what it says. He said, who is the he? This is how Allah creates. So it's the angel that she's talking to. Do you see it? He said. Who is the he? It's the angel, right? The he said is the angel who is talking to her. So she is talking to the angel. Do you see it? She said, he said. She said, he said. She said, he said. So she is calling the angel, my Lord. And the angel is saying, this is how Allah. Or if you're going to say this is Allah, then Allah is saying, Allah said, this is how Allah creates whatever He wills. Is Allah talking about Himself now? Is Allah talking? Is Allah calling another Allah Allah? No, this is the angel, right? So you see, she said, he said, and she calls him my Lord, the angel. Guys, did you catch it? Did you catch it? Did you catch it? To move on. Did you caught it? Did you just call the blasphemy in the Quran? No answer from the Muslims. Why is that? Any Muslim who dares to call me and refute me? Is there any Muslim in the live chat who dares to call me live on air, right here, right now? Any Muslim? Is there any Mohammedan black stone kisser who will say inshallah and then calls me? Please, one inshallah will not help you. When you're going to call Rob Christian, which is me, make sure to say inshallah 3 times, because remember, your prophet used to say everything 3 times. Assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum, assalamu alaikum. Always make sure to say it 3 times, brother. Else Allah might not help you. Alright? Then call me. Is there any Muslim? Yes, Aquazen. Quran says, may Allah destroy the unbelievers. Now who's saying this? Exactly. Who's talking there? That's chapter 9, ayah 30.
And Rob just exposed himself, because here قاتلهم Allah, says the Jews says Ezra is the son of Allah. So this is Allah saying. The Jews say Ezra is the son of Allah, and the Christians say that Messiah is the son of Allah. That is their statement from their mouths. They imitate the saying of those who disbelieved before them. Allah then says, may Allah destroy them. So Allah mentions himself by saying his name. Okay, may Allah destroy them. How are they deluded? So he's trying to show that he is going to destroy them, right? So when he says may Allah destroy them, Allah is referring to himself. So Allah is the one speaking, saying may Allah destroy them. How are they deluded, right?
Okay, guys, I understand that the word Rabb means Lord, right? Rabb means Lord. I understand that. You don't need to teach me my own language. I understand that. But what does this has to do with the Quran? My challenge was, in my last live show, show me anyone. Again, this is the challenge. Guys, maybe Muslims drink too much camel urine. They don't focus to what we say. My challenge was, show me anyone in the Quran who is called Rabbi, my Lord, except Allah. Right? That was my challenge, right? And this guy is going to teach us what the word Rabb means and what it can means. Abdul, I think your camel urine drinking problem is starting to affect your brains. Honest to God, look at this certified donkey, and I'm not trying to insult any real donkey. This is the refutation.
So as you can see, the idiot Rob Christian again made a response, since he got very anxious. He got a panic attack since he saw the 2 previous videos that I exposed him in very badly. So he had to make a response. He couldn't let it go since he knew I was right. And from the video it shows that I was right when I said Rabbataha or Rabbi doesn't have to mean God. According to the Prophet Muhammad, it can also mean master or mistress, right? My Lord can mean master or mistress according to the hadith of Prophet Muhammad, or else he wouldn't have said that. And we take our proof from the Quran and the Sahih authentic hadiths. And I gave a Sahih authentic hadith saying that the Prophet Muhammad said that Rabbataha, used Rabbataha to refer to, the mistress, right? Or the Lord, can mean to a human. But going back to the verses, if Rob Christian wants to argue that she said Rabbi, my Lord, to Gabriel, it wouldn't mean she said my God, because the Prophet Muhammad used the phrase Rabbataha, meaning the mistress or the master of a woman, female. Rabb would mean, also the Lord. It can mean a male. It doesn't have to mean God, right? But the verses show clearly that Mary was referring to when she said, when the angels gave her the glad tidings, the angels revealed from Allah. Allah told them to say to Mary that He, meaning Allah, gives her glad tidings of a boy, right? The Messiah. So she said, she prayed back to Allah, since Allah was the one who gave her glad tidings. The angels told her that Allah is giving you glad tidings, right? So she said, my Lord, Rabbi, meaning referring back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and not referring to one of the angels. Or else, if a Christian wants to argue that, then he has to also bring proof from the Quran where the angel Gabriel, where it says clearly the angel Gabriel was the one mentioned there. Anyway, we're gonna go to prove that Rabbataha can also mean, is found in the Quran to mean for a human, for a Lord, about Yusuf, right? This is Surah Yusuf, about Prophet Yusuf, okay? In chapter 12 of the Quran, verse 23, it says, and the lady in whose house he lived, meaning Joseph, Prophet Joseph. So, and the lady in whose house he lived tried to seduce him. She locked the doors firmly and said, come to me. He replied, Allah is my refuge. It is not right to betray my master. Right? Innahu Rabbi, meaning my Lord, my master, who has taken good care of me. So Joseph is referring to his master who's taking good care of him, in whose house he lives, right? Meaning Al-Aziz, right? So now we're gonna go and do the tafsir al-Tabari. Okay, we're gonna go to the tafsir of Tabari. This is the Surah Yusuf, okay? Verse 23, the same one, okay? Innahu Rabbi ahsanu mathwa, right? And we go to the tafsir, we go to the verse, okay? إنه ربي أحسن مثوى يقول إن صاحبك, meaning to the lady, is saying to the lady that your friend وزوجك, and your husband, Sayyidi, he is my master, or he is my Lord, because he meant by that Rabbi, innahu Rabbi ahsanu mathwa, he meant by Rabbi Sayyidi, zawjuki, right? Innahu sahibuki wa zawjuki Sayyidi, right? Also, ma'adha Allahu innahu Rabbi. Rabbi here means qala Sayyidi, meaning my master or my Lord. Also, innahu Rabbi, the word phrase Rabbi here, the Lord, means Sayyidi, my master, referring to the woman's wife, right? The lady in whose house he was, the woman's husband. He's referring to the woman's husband. That he's referring to him, calling him my Lord, right? Innahu Rabbi, right? My master who has taken good care of me, meaning the husband of that woman is referred to my Lord in this phrase. We also go Mujahid said the same thing. Again, there's another narration, the same thing, right? قال معاذ الله إنه ربي أحسن مثوى قال سيدي يعني زوج المرأة, right? Sayyidi meaning master or the sir, or meaning the husband. يعني, right? زوج المرأة, meaning the husband of the woman, the woman's husband, right? And whose Joseph was staying in the house of Al-Aziz, the husband of the woman who chased him around the house, according to the verse, the lady here, so tried to seduce him. Again, قال معاذ الله إنه ربي, يعني يقول إنه سيدي, my master, right? أحسن مثوى, قال أحسن مثوى, Ibn Ishaq said أحسن مثوى, meaning that the master أمنني على بيته وأهله, right? The master gave me a responsibility to take care of his house and his family who are living in this house, right? So he told me to take security of his home and his family. Okay. عن مجاهد أحسن مثوى قال يريد يوسف سيده زوج المرأة. So Joseph meant by saying, إنه ربي أحسن مثوى, meaning my Lord is is أحسن مثوى, meaning that Joseph meant by that his master زوج المرأة, meaning the husband of the woman, right? The woman's husband. Sorry, let's go back. Okay, so as you can see, all of them say that what is meant here by Rabbi, my Lord, أحسن مثوى, who has made good my stay, right? Meaning his master. His master, the husband of the lady who tried to seduce Joseph, right? Okay, so there we showed you from the Quran that Rabbi can also mean Sayyidi, my master. Okay, it doesn't only have to mean Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we showed that also from the hadith. And if Rob Christian has to argue that, and where does it say that? I want to tell him, where in the Quran does it say specifically that Gabriel is a Rabb? Who calls Gabriel, meaning, who says clearly that Gabriel, you are my Lord? Nowhere does it say that clearly. And to bust Rob Christian more and to show him that what is meant by when Joseph said, my master's has made comfortable my stay, right? He says, Inna Rabbi ahsanu mathwa, right? Mathwa comes back here in chapter 12 of the Quran, verse 21. And the one from Egypt who bought him, meaning bought Joseph, said to his wife, make his residence comfortable. Akrimi mathwahu, make comfortable his stay. So when Joseph was saying, Inna Rabbi ahsanu mathwa, my Lord has made my stay, or has made my stay comfortable, in the previous verse that we're explaining, shows that Joseph was referring to Rabb here, meaning the Lord, not Allah, but Al-Aziz, the master, the one who bought him, right? And who has made comfortable his stay. So here we're going to prove Rob Christian wrong from Surah Al Imran in chapter 3 of the Quran, verse 42. It says, وَإِذْ قَالَتِ الْمَلَائِكَةِ, and remember the verse talking about the angels and the verse talking about one angel, the spirit, like here when it says the spirit angel Gabriel. These are two separate events, because the first event was the angels who gave her the glad tidings. The angels came and told her that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives you glad tidings. The second one says that it was only one person, which is the one angel Gabriel, which is the spirit, gave her the glad tidings. So when the spirit gave her the glad tidings, she did not say Rabbi, she did not say my Lord. When the angels said that Allah gives you glad tidings, she supplicated, she prayed back to Allah and said my Lord, since Allah was the one who gave her the glad tidings, right? Different events. So in this one, and mention when the angel said, O Mary, indeed Allah has chosen you and purified you and chosen you above the women of the worlds. O Mary, be devoutly obedient to your Lord and prostrate and bow with those who bow in prayer. And it says afterwards in chapter 3 of the Quran, verse 42, and mention when the angel said, O Mary, indeed Allah gives you good tidings of a word from him whose name will be the Messiah, Jesus the son of Mary. Who is giving her the glad tidings here? The angels are sending the message to Mary and telling her that Allah, not us, it's not coming from us. Allah is the one who told us that He will give you glad tidings of a son. So he will speak to the people in the cradle and in maturity and will be of the rightness. She said, my Lord. Now she's praying back to Allah. She's saying, oh Allah, since Allah was the one who gave her the glad tidings. Inna Allah yubashiruki. Indeed, Allah gives you glad tidings of a word from Him whose name is the Messiah, Jesus, son of Mary. So if Allah is giving the glad tidings, she is referring back to Allah because Allah is the one who's commanding, right? The angels can't command Allah to, do that. Allah commands the angels, right? She said, my Lord, referring back to the one who gave her the glad tidings, meaning Allah. Not the angels or not one of the angels, because it would have made it clearly. So it says, my Lord, how can I have a child when no man has touched me? Right? Here it says the angel, but it's not. This is a different translation. It's wrong. It's Allah. And I will prove it that it is Allah from the tafsir. Okay? 47. It says, فَقَالَ اللَّهُ لَهَا كَذَلِكَ اللَّهُ يَخْلُقُ مَا يَشَاءُ. Meaning this part, right? Such is Allah, which is Allah saying, He said, such is Allah, He's saying about Himself. Such is Allah, He creates what He wills. When He decrees a matter, He says to it, be, and it is. Right? So it is Allah speaking. Actually, and as the tafsir says here, كَذَلِكَ اللَّهُ يَخْلُقُ مَا يَشَاءُ فَقَالَ اللَّهُ. It is Allah who's saying that. So, now we go to Surah Maryam. In chapter 19 of the Quran, verse 117. And she took in seclusion from them, meaning Mary, a screen. Then we sent to her our spirit or our angel, meaning Gabriel. This is another event. The angels were in the previous event. They gave her another first glad tidings. Now the angel is carrying out the command of Allah. And he's going to come and breathe. And Allah is going to breathe the spirit through this angel Gabriel. So this is the time and another different event than the angels. This is one angel coming before more angels came, but this is one angel coming because it's another event. Because this is when she took seclusion from them, a screen. This is a different event. We sent her an angel. He represented her a well-proportioned man. Verse 19. Chapter 19, verse 19. It says, the angel said, I am only a messenger of your Lord to give you news of a pure boy. She said, how can I have a boy? So now she's saying again, but except she did not say my Lord, because before when the angels told her, she said my Lord, referring to Allah, because Allah was the one who gave her the glad tidings. Now here she said to the angel, how can I have a boy? She didn't mention my Lord, when no man has touched me, right? Now the angel here, he repeated what Allah said. This is what Allah says, it is easy for me, and we will make him a sign to the people and a mercy from us, and it is a matter already decreed. Right? So this is a different event. So as you can see clearly that this is a different event. Right? This is when she was going to give birth. Right? Before, when the angels gave her glad tidings, she was already praying and bowing, and Allah gave her glad tidings that because you're doing all those good things, I'm going to give you a pious son. Right? And now the angel was going to carry out the command, right? And give her a pure boy. So this is how we prove Rob Christian wrong, and we have exposed them. Now to show more Rob Christian, that in Surah Yusuf in chapter 12 of the Quran, verse 50, that Rabb here means the Lord or the master of Joseph, Prophet Joseph. That Joseph was living in his house, right? So, and the king said, meaning he said to Joseph, and the king said, bring him to me. But when the messengers came to him, Joseph said, return to your master, right? And ask him what is the case of the woman who cut their hands. So he said, Joseph said, return ila rabbik, right? So he told the messenger to go back to his Lord. And as you can see here, Lord is not capitalized, which means master, right? So master, and here the Lord is capitalized instead. Inna Rabbi bikaidhunna alim. My Lord is knowing of their plan. So here, Lord, the first one here, when the messenger came, right? When the messenger of the king came to Joseph, Joseph said, "Return to your master." Also, we see in Surah Yusuf, chapter 12 of the Quran, verse 42, وَقَالَ لِلَّذِي ظَنَّ أَنَّهُ نَاجٍ مِّنْهُمَا اذْكُرْنِي عِنْدَ رَبِّكَ فَأَنْسَاهُ الشَّيْطَانُ ذِكْرَ رَبِّهِ فَلَبِثَ فِي السِّجْنِ بِضْعَ سِنِينَ. Right? And he said to the one whom he knew would go free, "Mention me before your master." عند ربك. Rabbik here means, as I said, Lord or Master of a human person, not the God, not Allah. So, but Shaitan made him forget to mention, forget the mention to his master. Okay, his master, and Joseph remained in prison several years. So, as you can see, Rabb here means master, and we can go to Islam web, right? They also say the same thing, and they use the tafsirs. Okay, here for example, they say Ar-Rabb bima'na Sayyid, right? Ar-Rabb can mean in the Quran bima'na as-Sayyid, right? Lord in the sense of master. It can mean, master. As Allah said in Surah Yusuf, right? وَقِيلَ عَنَ بِهِ الْمَلِكِ الَّذِي رَبَّاهُ, right? And it's meant by the king that, or the owner or the master that took care of Joseph, right? It was said it's meant the king who raised him. Okay, that's what Rabb means. قال Ibn Kathir said that they used to say Rabb to a master, right? Ibn Kathir said they used to call the Lord on the master. And it says الرب في هذه الآيات بمعنى السيد المطاع في قومه, means الرب means the Sayyid, the master who is being obeyed by his people or the people he owns.